We've bought a lot of stuff over the last 2 days, and as you may have noticed, there's a second seat here, and I have a special guest that I'm excited to introduce to you guys.
Hey. Hello.
Okay, so I think we're just gonna skip through the awkward introductions and get into the haul.
So we went to this little area called the Beijing department store. Kind of like a Macy's, except you can bargain with them. Got some super legit, actually real, not counterfeit at all polos.
It's actually,
Polos.
yeah, it's actually pretty good quality. The stitching is pretty clean, and everything like that. The logo looks pretty legit. The tag's a little sketchy.
One black, one red. Maybe like $7
I think
each.
they're like $7
Yeah.
each, so not bad. 100 RMB, which is the currency here, is 15 US dollars.
I also got this jacket. Super light rain jacket.
So Zahir has a lot of jackets, none of which have a hood. So one of his top priorities this trip was to buy a lightweight jacket with a hood so that if it rains during summertime, springtime, fall, whatever, he has something he can put on that has a hood. It'll keep him dry.
Yeah, I think the hood rolls up somehow.
You can basically fold up the hood and tuck it into the collar. That would defeat the purpose of this jacket. This is Friday night we went here. So then yesterday we went somewhere called the Pearl Market.
What's the Chinese name?
The Pearl Market. And
Good.
it's like if you took New York City's Chinatown and put it into a indoor flea market type of situation. I think that would be the best way to describe it. I saw a lot of really, really bad knockoffs. It was so bad. Ugh, I should have taken pictures of it. The naked palettes from Urban Decay, but the knockoff versions, is like black and white packaging. It was really, really bad. So we went to this little t-shirt place. Little, there are a lot of them also. But this was a place that Zahir had gone to last time he was here. So we decided to go back to the same people. I don't know what it is, but we developed this sort of like loyalty to people there. It's like they're obviously super nice to you because they're trying to make a quick buck. But yeah. So this is a shirt that Zahir bought. There's a dragon on the front. We asked him what it said in Chinese. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, it says dragon on it. Very creative. And then that's the back. There's another dragon on it.
Yeah.
But then I saw this one.
No, I saw this one.
Okay, he saw this one. We went to a shoe stall.
What are the shoes now?
It was called Mina Store. Mina Shoes? Mina Store? Which one?
I think shoe. No, probably me a store.
I don't know. Whatever. But he also went there last time and he bought shoes from there. And so we went back this time to buy more.
So I bought these, which are pretty recognizable just by their color, shape, and style, as pretty convincing knockoff Yeezys, I think. I'm not a shoe head or expert, but just given like how they look,
Shoe head?
that's what they're called.
Sneakerhead?
A sneakerhead.
I think it's sneakerhead, not shoe head. But
I'm
go
pretty
ahead.
sure sneakerhead actually makes more sense.
Go ahead.
Sneakerhead or shoe expert. But yeah, these are the, I think, pretty convincing knockoffs.
So Zahir's gone online and like looked at articles of like key things to look at to tell if they're real or not. And he claims these are convincing. Personally, I can't tell the difference. Most importantly, they're very comfortable.
They do feel really
I
nice.
tried on a pair, and I think, and what I'm convinced of is that this bottom part here is wider than like this part on top, and the same for the heel. It's just wider, and I feel like it provides more support. So these are actually really comfortable shoes.
Look at that color. Black and white.
He's never gonna wear them. He
I'll
has
wear
like a
them
million pairs of shoes.
all the
He's
time.
never gonna wear them, but
I'll
it's
wear these
fine.
constantly.
So I bought these scarves. I was told they're 100% cashmere. The tag says 100% cashmere. I don't know what I believe, but whatever. By the way, Zahir is having a custom-made suit made for 150 bucks.
Yep, and a shirt for 30.
Yeah, it's like unstitched
So,
fabric, and then they measure
suit
you.
and shirt.
Yeah, which is why we went back today to pick up the suit. We had to get some things changed, so now we're gonna go back again and probably buy more things. She gave me a pretty good deal because he was getting the suit made there as well. So this is the pattern. It's the entire scarf is the same pattern. This is half of it, so it's the size of a regular pashmina scarf. I really like this one until, I mean, I still like it, but I paid about $15 US dollars for this one. So I really, really like that one until I saw this one. I don't know what it is about it, the colors. Again, this says 100% cashmere, and I paid about $20 for this one. This is half of it. That's the other half of it. This stall was next to this stall. And that is that one. That's that, and then same thing on the other half. This one I paid $15 for also.
Yeah. So the key with this pro market is it's all about negotiating the price with these people.
Make money.
I mean, it's part of the fun, and it's like a not. It's not really a secret. It's kind of the the theme of the mall. Really.
Like, you're going there. They're gonna hike up the prices. You're gonna have to go back and forth, negotiate that for them to bring the price down. Just should have mentioned that earlier. These initially she was charging us $250 each pair of shoes.
But they do that on purpose to hike it up a lot, and you negotiate it down to a price.
Yeah, even like the t-shirts. How much was it?
They start at like 1,000 RMB or something, which is
like, it's ridiculous. But you basically just say, no, I'm not paying that. This is how much I want to pay. You go back and forth a little. Zahir, has been telling me, he's like, if they won't budge, just start walking away. And I'm not even kidding.
This is a good time to talk about.
Okay. So I got bullied into buying a Louis Vuitton knockoff. I did not want to buy this bag. Like, I've definitely seen one, like a real one in real life, but I don't remember like the feel of it or whatever, so I don't know if this is a good knockoff or not. It looks pretty legitimate. The stitching is clean. The leather is nice, and the inside is nice, I guess. I don't know. The handles are good. I don't know. But I really didn't want this bag. And she started off at 1,600 RMB, which is
$266.
It's about $270 for this bag. And I was like, there's no way. And I did not want to buy this bag. I was just like, no, like, I'm not. I was like, and I didn't want it. That's so weird. Like, I went in looking, there's like a cute Kate Spade bag. I'm big fan of Kate Spade. But they're like, oh, do you want Gucci? Do you want Louis Vuitton? Do you want Prada? Like, they just keep throwing all big names out at you. But she brings it in the dust bag, and she took it out for 2 seconds. She didn't even let me look at it properly. And then she's like, it's a very high quality. I can't keep it out. And she put it back in the dust bag. And I'm like, do you want me to buy it or no? I did not want to buy this bag. Yeah, she asked for a price. She's like, how much would you pay? And I would pay like $10 for this, right? Let's say. But like, you can't give them, if they're charging you $260, you say $10. Like, that's pretty insulting.
But that's
what
you're supposed to do.
Yeah, I know. But like, me being me, like, I was like, I can't say that. Like, that's so insulting. Zahir's like, just get up. And I really, like, it's not even that it was too much. I didn't want it.
I did not want to buy this bag.
I stood up and she's like, excuse me, what's the problem? She cut this price down in half. We were at like 800 by this point. And I was still like $130. Like, I'm not spending that. I don't need this bag. It's not, like, to me personally, it didn't feel like a good bag. And if real Louis Vuitton bags feel like this, y'all are paying way too much. I was like, I don't want it. Kept trying to walk away. Then there's like a second lady there who
was talking to me. She was trying to guilt trip me into being like, oh, you guys spend time with us.
Yeah, and we were there for like a good 15-20 minutes.
Yeah, probably around that.
Maybe more.
It might have felt like that.
It felt like
it was
forever.
probably like
I was trapped.
5-10 minutes.
Also, so it was like me sitting, the lady sitting on the floor, Zahir standing behind that lady, and then the second lady like by the entrance of the stall.
So they gave like 1,600 RMB, which is like $270.
And I told her I was gonna pay like
350.
Like yeah, it was like 300, 350, something like that.
58,
60. Okay,
60 bucks.
yeah, like $60, right?
Which is probably more than
Which
you
is-
would have paid.
I didn't think she would go that low because she started at 1,600. So I was like, she's never gonna go this low. I'm just gonna walk out. You know, she'll let me go, whatever. This woman, I like stood up to walk out. Mind you, she's like half my height. I stood up to walk out, and she's like, excuse me, and she kept like coming in front of me. She wouldn't let me leave, and I don't even know. I don't even know how it happened. In the end, she was like, okay, fine, your price, $350. And I'm like, okay. But then at that point, Zaire was just like, do you even want it? I did not want to buy this bag. And I was like, no, like, I didn't want it. And I was like, and then she's like, what's the problem? What's the problem? And I was like, I don't want it. I did not want to buy this bag. And then she's like, no, like, we spent so much time, blah, blah. And then she started, like, packing it and whatever. She was throwing in, like, a free Kate Spade, like, wristlet at that point. And I was like, I don't want it. And then she's like, okay, $250, last price. Was it $250? I paid $40 for this. And then at that time, I whispered to Zaire, I was like, what about the Kate Spade wristlet? And she was like, no, like, obviously, like, she had, you know, lowered her price so much. In my mind, like, is it worth it? Like, she could just save the bag and sold it to somebody else who would, like, actually pay
But
$1,000.
she got money out of you.
She did get money out of
She
me.
got money. That's the system, right? They're like, when we first said 350, she's like, no, I'm gonna lose money off this.
Yeah, but she went
But
down to 250.
yeah, so they're obviously she would not give this to you.
Yeah.
She wasn't making money, but it's the persistence she had, and she really got into your head. Like,
She really did. Like,
I told you early on, like, if you don't want it, just walk away.
I physically could not walk away
I
because she was
almost had to pull you out. I almost tried pulling you out.
Yeah.
But I think the second lady was there to prevent me from
She was
pulling
mean.
you out.
I didn't like them.
They're really.
But yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna actually use this bag. It's a good like size bag, so I guess it'll be good for like overnight. Like a good overnight bag if I need one. But yes, that is how I got bullied into buying a fake Louis Vuitton Neverfull. The next place we went to, Zahir bought this.
This is the most incredible thing that I think I've ever seen in my entire life.
So basically this guy had these stone pillars, and into the bottom of these pillars, there's like a design, a dragon, a dog, a duck, whatever animal on top.
Or other things too.
Or other things,
Like
yeah.
wood
He did
ones
have
and-
like a Great Wall one or something. Anyways, at the bottom, on the bottom of this stone, he would carve your name, and it's essentially a stamp.
This is what it looks like. This is the stone pillar thing. I got dragons.
This really cool like stone column. I think there's 2 dragons on here, and they kind of like intertwine like DNA. He carves into the bottom of the stone.
Yeah.
It's insane.
This is what the stamp looks like afterwards. So,
Yeah, so
the top one, obviously, last name. Bottom one is actually my name in Chinese.
he told us you can't use water-based ink. It's like a drier ink. I don't know how to explain. Anyways, this is like a little glass thing with that ink in it, and it's not water-based ink. So we figured we'd have a hard time finding it. I probably could find it on Amazon, but he gave us a pretty decent deal on the ink. And then he sold Zahir. He's like, oh, I'll give you a nice box with it too. So we got a cool box with it also. This was pretty pricey.
I'll give it
Also,
to my
he plans on signing everything with this now.
Documents I have to sign. 'Cause
He's
that's
gonna
not-
walk around with this box like, oh, you want me to sign this receipt? So the last thing we bought before walking out of the market yesterday, they had also like a techie area. So
I don't recommend buying any electronics unless
Yeah.
you know what you're doing.
I'd rather go on Amazon, read like 1,000 reviews on something, and spend.
Headphones sounds like a bad idea. Chargers, battery packs, maybe speakers if you're feeling risky, but I don't even know.
Yeah. So last time Zahir came, he bought 10 pop sockets. I have a thing for them.
Everyone does.
There's one on the back.
I don't really
phone
like them per
always.
se, but they're popular and the actual ones cost way too much. And
Yeah, they're like if you were to buy like a legitimate pop socket from the pop socket brand, they're about $10 for the plastic ones. If you get the aluminum ones, I think it's like $15. So we bought 20.
Well, last time I was there,
We bought more than 20.
Yeah.
We bought 22, I think. Yeah, 'cause she's like, oh, buy 2 more. 'Cause she didn't want to give us change, so she's like, oh, buy 2 more.
That's the other thing they do. Once you give them the money, even if it's like too much, then you want to need change back, they'll try to sell you something else instead of giving you back change. Makes sense.
So we bought 22.
Yeah.
He was kind of like giving them out like candy last time. He just like opened the bag and he's like, here, you know.
Because last time I was
you
there,
get a
I
pop
paid
socket,
like
you get a pop socket.
$1 US each for them last time.
Mm-hmm.
And then this time, because I got more, and they probably literally cost like 10 cents to make.
I know.
I paid 50 cents each.
So we bought a lot. I guess I'll put in a picture now of all of them, but we bought a lot. I also bought phone cases because I think I paid $5 each.
Yeah, that sounds right.
I think if I remember correctly, which is fun. Like on Amazon, you probably find the same thing for like $7-8. So yesterday when we went to the really expensive stamp guy,
Really cool stamp guy who
really
handcrafted a stamp in front of our eyes.
Yeah, I saw these chopsticks there. I don't know how to use chopsticks. I kind of know, but I definitely need practice. But I saw these really nice chopsticks there, and I really wanted them. But I was like, they're probably gonna be really expensive, and we were already spending like $90 there, so I was like, I'm not gonna do it. So we were walking around elsewhere in that same market, and nowhere else did I see these chopsticks, and I really liked them. So we went back to him today just to buy these chopsticks. I'll let you see for yourself. So it's a set of 2. He kept saying, oh, it's handcrafted, and the other chopsticks are basically like wooden chopsticks, and they put like a paper print on them. And then these here are, it's basically for you to set them on the table so they don't touch the table. So you lay it on that, and then you rest your chopsticks on that. I also bought a jade facial roller. I've seen a few people use this on Facebook. I didn't know, I don't know, I figured if there's anywhere I'd buy it, it would be here. And basically, it's this. I don't know if it's real jade.
Essentially, it's stone and it's cold, and then you massage your face with it, and the cold helps like depop. So in the morning, if you wake up with puffy under eyes, or just overall like just calms your skin, and it's massaging your skin, your face, it's all supposed to help like circulation, and there's a whole bunch of like skincare benefits with that. But I think I paid about $10 for this, and I did come home or back to the hotel and I checked on Amazon, and it would have been the same price there, so I was okay with that.
But yeah. So there were a few other things that I bought that I will show you. So also from the jade facial roller guy, he had these hand-painted bottles. They were not painted on the outside. He paints on the inside of these bottles. So there are these glass bottles. He paints inside these bottles. Opens like that. I don't really know if you put anything in there. I think it's just there. But I don't know. That's good enough.
It's fully hand painted inside of a bottle.
Yeah. And then this was the other one we bought, and the guy said it was flowers of like the 4 seasons, I believe is how he worded it. I don't know what the flowers are, but they're all there.
As everything else we bought, it comes in a nice little box. It is pretty cool, I think. Pretty simple looking, what do we call it? Fountain pen.
And this was like $7.
And it writes really nicely. It looks pretty legit. It's got a good weight to it.
Yeah. And it came with a nice box.
Yeah, I like it.
So that was hopefully all that we are buying in China.
I mean, there's some good takeaways. This market was basically all about negotiating prices.
Yeah, I actually had, mentally exhausting as it was, I had a lot of fun yesterday and today, talking down the prices. That purse, man, the fake Louboutin, I did not want to buy this bag. But looking back, that was probably the most fun I had, because I genuinely didn't want it, and I think she thought I was like playing her. And I was shocked. She started at $1,600 and went down to $250. That was crazy. So, yeah, that's all. Bye.